is this, honey? Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What is going on, y'all? Welcome to another King of Reeds video. Girl, I know y'all are dragging me and said, girl, we ain't seen you in about a week. Y'all ain't seen me. I ain't did a King of Reeds video in a minute. And I bet y'all wondering, what's the tea? And to be honest, there wasn't no tea, girl. It wasn't nothing going on, but honestly, I just needed a break as well, too, girl. It was a lot, child. It was a lot, but girl, we got so many things to catch up on. I've already did a standalone video dragging y'all fave, Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, girl, a hot flaming mess after that article dropped today. So I was completely disappointed in that. And girl, they did a good job laying everything out. But we got a couple of things to talk about, honey. We got to get on Mr. Mathew Knowles because he can't seem to keep his mouth shut. And I don't even know why this journalist even asked him a question about Chloe. I really don't get that. I really just don't see what was the purpose of bringing it up. I'm just not understanding that. Also, we got to talk about SZA because I saw a thread on Twitter about SZA. And SZA's been a compulsive liar for a while. I want us to figure out what is going on with SZA. Back in the, whenever she was young, when she just had to lie about having moles and she had freckles. She had freckles. She was just lying about it while she was drawing them on her face. Girl, it's confusing to me. Also got to talk about some T.I. and Tiny because I done got an update and some sizzling tea about what's going on over there with T.I. and Tiny. So girl, I cannot wait to talk about that. This is going to be kind of a long-winded King of Reeds video, so I want y'all to go ahead and get prepared. We also got to talk about Tidal. Square has spent $300 million on Tidal, and from according to the report, this is like a huge acquisition of the company. So girl, we've been talking about Tidal struggling, and there's so many things coming with that. Like, so many people gonna come out and say, oh, black excellence, black this, and Jay-Z out here doing big things, and when actuality is kind of proving that Tidal wasn't doing the things that was supposed to be doing, because that was it, like $300 million. But we've been knowing that Tidal was struggling. Doesn't mean that the company was just not a good company. It's just they're going against some big folks, Spotify and Apple Music. So it's just like, girl, it's y'all fighting, y'all going up an uphill battle. We gotta talk about that and some other things, but before we can do any of that, y'all already know we gotta do this mental health check-in. Let's get it. What my mental health doing? My mental health want to read some folks for a minute, so sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. Period. What's going on, Sierra? Hey, throw it up, throw it down. What was she doing? She said, if it's up, Sierra enjoying her best life on the yacht. But my guillotine is ready to chop, 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 okay? As you chop, 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 slide on the Atlantic Ocean. But girl, my mental's doing better, girl. I just want to stay away from folks this weekend. One of my friends is here from out of town. I'm just like, girl, I don't know if I want to see nobody. I done seen folks last weekend. I was around people partying, all that other stuff. Girl, I did go to the club this weekend. A couple of y'all tried to drag me. Really, it wasn't even that many. It's probably like one or two people who said something. But one of my folks made a kind of a big deal about it. And I'm just like, girl, you're doing the absolute most, and it was not even that serious. So I want to talk about that a little bit, because I'm just like, girl, it was not that serious for you to be DMing me, talking about something. Oh, you might be coming off as a hypocrite. I have this thing where I'm gonna be completely honest. If you are a friend of mine and you watch my videos, I'm okay with that. If we met through doing YouTube videos and all that other stuff, I'm fine with it. I do not like when folks break that fourth wall. Like, they turn into, like, that kind of reaction is kind of like fan-like. I'm not gonna say fan-like, but it's kind of like you're acting like the people that I have to mentally block. Like, I have to mentally block folks who I'm not close with, because they can be saying something that can upset me. So I don't expect, my expectations are very low when it comes to people who just watch me reacting, because I can say something they don't agree with, and that is like, F you, da 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 da. But when like a friend like DMs me and kind of says something like that is kind of like not even that serious. So one of my friends messaged me and was kind of like asking would I be considered a hypocrite with like me posting me being in the club. And in all actuality, I can see like some folks calling me a hypocrite, and that's okay. Like, I am 33 years old. I'm a grown ass man. I've been running this YouTube channel for some years now. I know exactly what the hell I'm doing at this point. If people want to drag me for going to the club this one time, so be it. So be it. But I don't see it as me being a hypocrite, because what I have been saying for the longest is that these celebrities inviting folks to these parties and these club appearances, and once they leave, they done got their bread, they done got their head, and they leave. They going home. They can get access to the vaccines. They can get access to testing. They can get access to all these stuff. So everyday folks, y'all, we packing clubs to give them money, and it's just like, for what? And then the people who packing the clubs are going back to their communities, and more than likely are staying with other people and exposing everybody else to the virus. So my one little time of me going to the club did not make no difference. As of right now, I don't have any symptoms. I came back home, I quarantined. I have not been around anybody since then. I don't live with multiple people. I don't live with my parents. I don't see my parents. I don't do it, and I work from home. I live at home, so it's just like, girl, you're not gonna make me feel bad for this one time going out. It's just like, that shit rolled off my back. Like, you're not gonna make me feel bad for this one time of me going out. I knew exactly what I was doing when I went out. Like, I knew exactly what I was getting into, and I was just like, girl, it was worth it because I needed to just expose myself to somebody else. Like, I needed to be around some other people because I just felt like depression was starting to sink in on me. And then I got a taste of it. I'm just like, okay, I don't want to be around nobody because that's just how the introvert shit works. But it's just too much. I'm just like, I don't like, none of my friends said anything to me. None, when I tell you, none of my friends said nothing. So when you cross that barrier, it's just like, I'm allowing you access to me, and then you come with that type of energy. It's just like, I don't know how to feel or engage with that. Like, it was so unnecessary. I still love the person who did that, but it just kind of really turned me off because it wasn't this serious. And then when I talked about it on Instagram stories, a lot of folks was just like, girl, I don't see no issue. Like, my own folks who watch me and all that didn't even have an issue with it. So I was just like, what's it giving? But that's it. Y'all know I be telling y'all my stories and everything that's going on in my life, but I hope y'all enjoyed y'all self this weekend, because it's Thursday. The only thing I'm excited about is Miss Wanda being shared. Hey, I don't know the song Agatha. I can't wait to see Miss Agatha Harkness get her wig split. But girl, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the tea for today. I told y'all this video was gonna be long, girl. First of all, let's go ahead and get the bull crap out the way. 6ix9ine. Baby, 6ix9ine is pushing it to the limit, and at this point, I would not be surprised if he ends up pushing daisies very soon, because girl, it is too much. This man posted a picture of him with King Von on his shirt and said that, and then used the N-word and said, we can't be saying R.I.P. if the person who committed the crime or who killed him is still alive. Like, I'm like, what? And then he lay on the ground and pretended to be like a dead body or something. I'm just like, as many times as black rappers be out here talking trash about queer folks and talking down to women, y'all got that man out here saying N-word and disrespecting one of y'all own? Girl, where is the, y'all ain't applying the smoke where the smoke should be at, ha. Like, but y'all let this man in y'all culture. Y'all got a whole non-black man out here saying N-word. We hate to see it, girl. I don't even know what to say to that, girl. It's just a whole mess. But girl, that's Nicki Minaj's best friend, so girl, and she out here dealing with her own drama, and I didn't drag her good enough about that. But girl, that is taunting. Like, it's just way too much. I'm just not here for that, girl. It's just a mess. Like, 6ix9ine is just so irritating at this point. I don't know how to feel about it. But I did scream at Lil Nas X shading the entire shit out of him today. Lil Nas X posted a TikTok video of 6ix9ine commenting on a post about the swab test in China. Like, you have to do an anal swab test. Apparently, you know, people who travel into China have to do an anal swab test. And 6ix9ine had commented and said, Lil Nas X has entered the chat. And Lil Nas X said, okay, posted a TikTok video up there, and then posted an alleged DM from 6ix9ine. Like, 6ix9ine was like, hey, I'm in your city, what's up, yo? And then put the upside down face in the heart. Hey, bitch, there's some emojis that you trying to get into something. And I screamed, like, it was funny. Like, I don't know what he's alleging, if the stuff is true, that he DM'd him, but I would not be surprised. I think that man, he something. It's giving something. So, child, y'all tell what y'all think about that. 6ix9ine, girl, but you in danger, sis. Them folks, like, I don't even know what to say about that. Moving on. So, Dr. Seuss was trending for all the wrong reasons. And apparently it came from this book. And apparently this was a book that Dr. Seuss had wrote with some racist imagery in it. And people were discovering, like, girl, not Dr. Seuss. Not Dr. Seuss. When I tell you, anti-blackness is global. This is what I mean. it's embedded in America's DNA. It is everywhere. It's all in the culture. So that's why I think it'd be crazy when folks like Shani O'Neal say colorism doesn't exist on the show Basketball Wives. Yes, it does. Yes, it most certainly does. And you probably got some folks who working behind the scenes on the camera who racist too. Just because they working with black folks mean they care about them. So, like, people will take me. I know I was taken back, but I wasn't surprised when I see it. Like, I'm like, oh, Dr. Seuss too, but it doesn't surprise me. I'm like I had it, but I'm like, oh, I do that, the Agatha Hartman stuff when she be doing, she said, oh, ooh, like, it was me all along. Like, it was racism all along. Like, we know because it exists. It's everywhere. I guess the person who is the next of kin for Dr. Seuss, who is over the estate or whatever, girl, she is okay with these books being taken down that had this racist imagery, but she was like, I don't want it to be seen like that. You know, he was racist. Like, yes, he was. First of all, he's white, so that's automatic by default, but he had racist imagery in there, so it's just like, girl, it's too much for me. I don't know. So it's just like, girl, I don't know what you trying to, like, revise history. Like, the image is already done. Like, the harm has already been done. Like, yeah, we can delete and take the books down and all the other stuff, but the harm has already been done. Like, those folks who experienced their harm and who are part of it, like, it's already been done, sis. So it's like, no, this is a part of history. Like, most need to, like, go ahead and own, like, hey, girl, this was trash, but don't be trying to revise it and make it seem, oh, he wasn't, like, because only reason why she's saying that is because she don't want the brand to be hurt. But it's just like, y'all don't deserve any of this. Y'all don't deserve none of this, period. So let's move on, girl. Got some other things to talk about. I want to talk about Miss SZA for a minute. I want to talk about Miss SZA. Like, there was a thread on Twitter talking about SZA and her lying, and I was just so happy to click on it. And there was this video of SZA talking about having freckles, and she was covering her freckles up when she was in high school because she was getting picked on for her freckles. Come to find out, the freckles were not even real. She was drawing on, like, she was drawing them on when she was younger. Like, and I've always heard about SZA being on Tumblr, like being this like person, like that was very famous on Tumblr, whatever. But SZA also was lying about being a marine biologist. She lied about being in the Ivy League school. Like, SZA was just out here lying. Like, out here lying. I was like, girl, I can't, what is it? I know that's some type of, like, thing for people who just lie for no reason. But I think I think SZA's one of the folks, she just wants attention. And she's willing to do things at that time. She was willing to do things for attention. And that includes, like, lying about having freckles or lying about having what's the name thing. So it's just like, girl, what is it giving? So I holler at that, and, like, it just made me looking like SZA, like, girl, what the hell is going on, girl? But, you know, nevertheless, it's whatever. So Mathew Knowles was doing an interview, and I'm not even gonna call her drunk. I don't know what she was, girl, because it was giving a trash question. So she asked, like, it was just this baiting question. Like, a lot of people out here saying that comparing Chloe and Halle to the younger Destiny's Child or whatever, or Beyonce, how do you feel about that? And Mathew, instead of just having that PR, you know, mindset and just saying, girl, everybody is being compared to Beyonce because Beyonce has set a precedence and a standard that a lot of folks want to meet at one point in their careers or something. Like, instead of just giving something like that, Mathew Knowles responded with so much, like, negativity, just like, are you serious? Are you, like, it was just so disgusting. You wonder why this girl don't want to hang out with your ass. You wonder why your own daughter is not interested in having no, like, relationship with you. These are her artists. This is from folks that she picked and has helped, and then you out here get this trash response like that. Like, Mathew, Beyonce is the standard. She's extremely talented, all of these things, but the hell that you put this woman through to get to that has to be talked about. Like, the hell, I can only imagine, like, what happened. Like, girl, you ain't no better than Michael Jackson's daddy. Like, and the way you acting just like, girl, it's giving very much Joe Jackson energy right now. I just don't understand why he even responded to that. It was just way too much. Like, Chloe and Halle are extremely talented. I don't like the fact that people compare them, but consider all the stuff that Chloe has been through the last couple of weeks, I really don't see the importance of that question being asked. Like, I don't see how this was something other than getting clicks and getting views, instead of just doing a really good interview and asking him some important questions. It's like, it was very gotcha question. This is a question I expect TMZ to ask. Like, I don't expect no black journalists to ask no questions like this. This is a mess. We got to talk about Jay-Z and this Tidal situation because the news dropped earlier. Square to buy majority stake in Jay-Z Tidal music streaming platform. Now, for those who do not know what Square is folks who own Cash App, who the CEO is, I think is Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Square. I'm not 100% sure, but he is also, you know, the person who came up with, you know, Twitter. So he is spending the coins and saying, girl, I want to own some of Tidal. And a lot of folks are out here saying, oh girl, this is big business move, these all of these things. But it's really quite the opposite, because Tidal has been struggling to make the money that it needs to make to like be more profitable. Now, this is not to say that Tidal is a bad company. It's not to say, like, I've heard good things about their audio is good, the performances they do, and the kind of sneaky shit they be trying to do with getting Beyoncé to drop her only album, or Kanye West do the only album on Tidal. Like, they've done some stuff to compete with Spotify and Apple Music. But Spotify is known for music at this point. Like, Spotify is changing the game. Like, it is just the T, girl. Now, Apple Music is just Apple Music. It's just like, girl, I'm gonna get Apple Music because I have an iPhone, but girl, some folks are gonna spend extra money for Spotify. I only have one streaming service when it comes to music, and that is Apple Music. I'm not that big of a fan of just music. But Tidal has been doing what they can. So what this tells me a little bit, and when I'm reading the tea leaves, is though, like, Tidal was kind of struggling, like they, you know, needed some help. So this is kind of, to me, a cash infusion. Like, girl, like, we need some more money to make some things happen. Like, we need some coin. And why not? Why not Square invest? Why the hell not? When Square is a payment company. Like, why not? It just makes perfect sense. But folks are calling this black excellence, all this other stuff. What does it mean when, like, it's not even owned by a black person, like, and a white person has majority stake in the company, and only for $300 million, which tells me that it wouldn't have been a lot to buy the whole company, because the company ain't probably worth that much. So Jay-Z ain't been able to quote unquote flip it and make more money off of it. Like, girl, I don't know. I think it's some other stuff that's going on with like, girl, I think it's some other stuff going on. We'll probably find out years from now. Whew, like, I don't even want to get into it because I don't feel like fighting no people off. Digital payments company said Thursday is paying $297 million in cash and stock for a majority stake in Tidal, and Jay-Z, born Sean Carter, will join the company's board. The idea is to bring Square's digital payments and money moving services to the artists who use Mr. Carter's streaming platform. Square, best known for its signature white card reader that plugs into phones and tablets, also lends to businesses that use its payment processing service. Its Cash Out payment app allows people to digitally store and transfer their money like they would at a bank. So, girl, I don't know. I wonder what's going to be the future with this and how this is going to look a couple years from now. But I think we really need to let go of this black excellence stuff. Like, we really need to let go of this black excellence shit. And somebody made a joke about it and said, girl, y'all, like, Jay-Z will literally be selling slaves, and folks will call, oh, black excellence. Like, he will be selling, like, owning prisons, and people are like, oh yeah, you better make that money. Like, I am so tired of grind culture. I'm so tired. Like, people hit me with it all the time. Like, oh my gosh, Justin, you need to be out here selling this. You need to be out here doing this and that. You need to be on this platform. You need to be on Bigo. You need to be doing, like, I don't want to spend my entire life making money. I understand the need for money to be able to take care of myself, but I don't want to fall into where I'm only just making money. I want to enjoy life. I want to be around friends and loved ones. I don't want to be out here just working all the time, like producing, and then I'm creating content, but all I'm doing is just doing stuff for money. I get in front of this camera because I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to you all. I enjoy having a conversation and, you know, talking about things. But I don't want to spend my whole entire life just making money. And sometimes it's very just like this LLC shit. I get so tired of hearing it, like the hustle. And y'all ain't even hustling. be able to get this money that these millionaires and billionaires have. Just because you see one or two people be able to flip some stock and make some money, doesn't mean that everybody can do it. Because if everybody was able to make the money, it wouldn't be a thing. If everybody was able to do it, it wouldn't be a thing. There's a reason why everybody can't do it. Because they need the folks at the bottom to be able to make the money. So it's just like, girl, I don't know. So I'm going to end this video talking about another thing that I saw on Twitter today. Well, not on Twitter, but it was an article that basically just said that we're in a baby bust right now. People are not having children. And when they say that, they mean millennials and the next generation after us are not interested in having kids. And I'm gonna pull it up. So a couple of articles had dropped the last couple of days, the last 2 days, about, you know, a decline in like births. You only had, you know, you saw a 7.3 decline in births, and people were expecting a baby boom because everybody was at home. And we entered this pandemic in what, like March? So, you know, we done got the data back. Like, folks should have been giving birth to babies in December, January. Like, folks should be popping some babies out, and ain't no babies being born like that. And now folks like, oh my gosh, you got older people out here saying, oh gosh, we got to do something about it. You got people who are paying attention to this, because it's just like, who is going to take care of the older generation? Who is going to make sure that the baby boomers are taken care of and this and that? Like, who is going to make sure these folks are sought after and continue to keep capitalism growing? And I'm just like, maybe if y'all gave people a better wage, not even $15 an hour, not even $20, but maybe $30 an hour, maybe you gave people health care and all these things, maybe then folks will be out here having children. But in my mind, how things are going, I don't want to have no kids. I don't want to have any children at all. For what? For what? And I know that's a thing that a lot of folks are thinking, why would I bring some children in the world when I'm not even able to survive myself? Why would I do that? And of course, there are some people, you know, who are having children or whatever, who are making it work. But a lot of folks just like, girl, I don't think I want to. Like, you, and this doctor said, this OBGYN said, he's not hearing as much as folks saying, I'm gonna try. Why? When we saw how the government literally failed us when it came to COVID. And we saw how quick that we can be right in poverty. Even folks who were making $60,000, $70,000 a year or whatever, how quick they were able to lose that. Like, folks don't have no safety nets. There's nothing. Why would I put myself in a predicament like that? When rent has been going up for the last 10 years and minimum wage is still $7.25, and we can't even get y'all to pass legislation because of the parliamentarian to put at least $15 in here. Y'all can't give these folks at least $15, and $15 still ain't enough to take care of a family. When you got companies like Amazon, Walmart, Kroger, and all these folks making billions of dollars in a pandemic. Pay these folks a living wage so they can be able to do the things they need to be able to do. And if your company can't afford to pay people $20, $30 an hour, then you don't need to have no company, sis. You're exploiting labor. And who is that benefiting? You. When you're able to make these decisions and have these kids and do these things and have a safety net. When we all need a safety net. Like, and I know some people probably thought, oh, I saw a couple of my friends have some babies and all the other stuff. Girl, that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. That's in your community, girl. But overall, they said this shit declined 7.3%. They said 300,000 babies were born less this year. So, girl, this is the beginning and the end, and I honestly don't care. Like, I'm glad that folks ain't having children. Maybe then the federal government and maybe folks realize maybe we should be out here taking care of folks and making an environment for them, because it is harder now for millennials to make money, to be able, like, folks are working 2 or 3 jobs. Like, I remember telling my dad years ago, like, them factory jobs that you were talking about, girl, them hoes do not exist. Them jobs don't exist no more, sis. Like, they just don't. Like, it was, I recognized this years ago when I was young. I said, girl, them jobs do not exist anymore. Folks are not paying these folks that type of money no more. So, girl, like, it's a mess. Y'all can check the article out. It's everywhere, girl. Just type in baby bust. and just like type in babies being born, girl, I guarantee you. And then also we got to talk about like when black women, even black folks even have kids, you got to talk about the birth rate when it comes to black folks in the doctor, like black women, you know, at the doctor dealing with pain and all this other stuff, like, and the doctor's not taking them serious. Like, it's a lot of things that are going against that. So girl, look it up, read about it, talk about it, let me know what y'all feel about it, honey. I'm gonna be talking about this a little bit more. I want to give y'all a break. I love y'all so much, and until next time, I'll talk y'all later tonight. Bye.